Good afternoon, Facebook's friends and family. Money Rich here, your fish man. Today I got a little skit to where I'm going to show you how I cut up my buffalo. Now, I got some pretty good sized buffalo here today that I'm going to cut up. I got a friend that cleans them for me, but I got some pretty good sized buffalo that I'm going to cut up. And this is what I do. I let the water drain off them because I got my water drain off of them. And the first thing that I do is I take a pair of these 10 snips and I cut all the fins off of mine. You know, it's easy than using a knife. I just take my 10 snips and I just go right down them fins. As you see, they cut them right off. That top bone is kind of hard. You imagine me trying to cut through that bone with a knife. That's the top fin. I'll get rid of that. All the fins. I trim them off. You might want to keep yours on, but I don't. All the fins, they come off. As you can see, they come right off with these snips. Get a nice clean cut. Got a couple more here that I cut off. Once I get these fins off, what I do is I go down the middle and I take that middle bone out. And how I take that middle bone out, if I open him up, I'll show you here. I'll open him up like so. All these rib bones. You got rib bones going right down to right up against the spine. Right up against there. I snip all those rib bones going down through there with my 10 snips. I snip down those bones on both sides. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Take these snips and slip right next to the spine bone. I snip all these rib bones. I snip them all the way back. These 10 snips, they work wonders, folks. I'm telling you. They snip those bones like it ain't nothing. Snip right on through them. Now do this other side too. Do both sides. Go ahead and do both sides. Show you how to get those slabs. Let me snip this side. And you see how he's opening up? He's opening on up. And once I separate those rib bones from the spine bone, he'll open right on up. And you see how he just opened it? He opened right on up. He opened right on up. And then what I do is I take my knife and I cut right down through there, clean through the other side. I get out and show you this is what I'm talking about. I take my knife. I get close to that top and to that rib bone. And as you see, I slice right on through it. Slices right on through it. See how that meat coming off of there, folks? That meat's coming right on off that spine bone. Comes right on off that spine bone. See that? And I get all the way back so far to this part right here at the end of the butt. And I take my knife and I just cut across it just like that. You see that? That's one side of a buffalo. Right there, I already flayed off. Then what I do is I go down the other side. Same way I did that side. I go down there, but be careful now. These knives are sharp. Go down the other side. Get closer to that spine bone as possible because I don't want to waste a lot of the meat. Close to that spine bone as possible. Now go on down. Round about the same part as the back on the, like I did on lunch. And I flip it over and I take that cut right across her again, see? See, and that's the other side of it. You see what I'm saying? Then, see, this is that middle bone. This right here is the middle bone that I took out. This is the spine bone. I mean, there's a lot of meat on there. I mean, you could cut that, batter it, and if you want to pick the meat off of it, I mean, that's your choice. But what I do, that back piece, that end back piece right there, I'll take these snips and I snip right across there. I snip, try to get that back piece off of there. See how this snips right through that bone? And see, some people, you know, they keep this middle bone, you know, with that meat on there. We call them the frame. A lot of people, they like the frame. They fry them up, or they take them and they make soup or whatever with them. For me, I just throw them away. Now, that's a nice big old piece of meat. I cut that in half, but I'll do that in a minute. And what I do right here, these pieces right here, this is where I cut my buffalo steaks out of. Let me show you. That's when I take my butcher knife for that. You got this bone, just the rib bones, they go in at an angle like that, so you want to cut it at an angle, you know, so you try to get in between the bones. Sometimes you can't get in between the bone. I just take the snips and I snip the bone. I do it just like this. But folks, you get some pretty good pieces. Just like that. Go right down through there like that. See, you come in another one. Anytime I run into a bone, I have to take my hand right on that bone, and it, you know what I'm saying, and right through. Watch your fingers though. You know, and I just slice down between 2 or 3 rib bones and get my cuts, get my pieces. I got a hard bone right there. I got some hard bone. Right through that bone. And see, and I do that. I do that, and I get all of these. What I do is I do that until I get all of these steaks like this. See, them some nice cut buffalo cuts. They're nice cuts, nice evenly cut buffalo steaks. If I can show you, nice clean buffalo steaks. I do all of them now. You'll get 6 or 7 good buffalo steaks off of a whole side like this. You get a good 6 or 7 good buffalo steaks. As you can see, I'm getting some pretty good ones off of this one. And if you go to your grocery store and if you can find some buffalo in your supermarket or grocery store, neighborhood grocery store, wherever you choose to shop, if you find some buffalo, you may see these similar cuts because they may be my fish. Yeah, they get it from me too. But this is how I cut my buffalo steaks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut the video off and I'm gonna go ahead and cut the rest of these steaks up because I got quite a bit of fish to cut up. But if you can see how pretty, I'm just showing you how I'm doing this. If you can see how pretty these are. If you can see how pretty these are. See how pretty these are? Nice buffalo steaks. You need any of these buffalo steaks, you need to get at me. I ain't hard to find. right on Facebook. Hit me on my inbox. Hit me up. Money Rich, your fish man. Holla at you, boy.